Hey, good morning, good morning. We are live on my personal Facebook page. We're live on the Dare to Be Sober group, and we're also live on YouTube. This morning, we're going to be talking about contemplation and why it's important in your sobriety. Self-reflection is one of those things that definitely has helped me on my journey to being alcohol-free for the past almost 3 years, and hopefully it can help you. So let's get into the video. Hey, what's up, guys? This is AC, the Sober Life Coach. Today, we're going to be talking about the scheduling time to contemplate and scheduling time to be reflective on what's going on and be reflective with ourselves. It's super important skill and one of those things you need in your sober toolbox to help you become alcohol-free. It certainly helped me on my journey. So it's medical warning. If you cannot go more than 1 to 2 hours without a drink, it can be dangerous to quit. You may need to seek medical attention if you're having seizures, if you're having the shakes, if you're having severe withdrawal symptoms. There's a difference between an alcoholic and a problem drinker. A problem drinker is psychologically addicted to alcohol. An alcoholic is physically addicted to alcohol. Their brain has, you've had so much alcohol that your brain is physically changed and you need some medical attention. But if you think you're just psychologically addicted, you can go, 1, 2, 3, maybe once a week, you're just drinking too much, then you're definitely in the right place. You're just psychologically addicted and you're just a problem drinker, and that can be helped and hopefully fixed. Can you please turn this down, Ruby? Okay, so today we're going to be talking about scheduling things, and what we schedule is what we get done. If you schedule your goals, they get done. And this is also true for your self-reflection time, okay? So, if you have a goal, and that's just a wish, right? If you have a dream, it's just a wish. But when you schedule it, it gets done, right? You are able to look at it, you put the time in, you say, this is the time I'm going to do it, and this is the time that I'm going to improve myself. This is the time that I'm going to do it. I usually do my self-improvement things in the morning. I wake up early before the kids wake up, before everyone's awake, and I try and journal, I exercise, I meditate, I do something called priming, and I really get myself in a proper mood before I come live here on Facebook or before I start anything in the day. And it just helps me ground myself just to make sure that I'm having a good day and I'm controlling my day. Nobody else controls my day but me. Okay, so I use a journal, but you can just think, and it is much more powerful when you write it down. So number one suggestion I would give you is, guys, just schedule in a time to sit and think. A lot of people don't even think anymore. They just let the whims of society, the whims of life go, and they just let life take them by the hand and direct them where to go. But you should direct life. You are in control of your reality. You are in control of your life, and it's up to you to take back that control and kind of sit back and look at your life and think, where do I want to go and what do I want to do? Earl Nightingale has a great thing called the Strangest Secret. And it's like about a 30-minute audio about what is the strangest secret in the world. Well, the strangest secret is people don't think. People don't think anymore. You ask someone, why do they go to work? They say, because my parents did it. Or why do you have that job? Because my parents did it. Why do you do this? Well, that other person's doing it. And they're directed by society. And, being directed in life by society is one thing too, but also you can be directed by alcohol by society too, because like I said, it's $1 trillion marketing machine around alcohol. So if you don't have control over your mind, you're definitely going to be influenced not only by people in your life, but by the marketing, by other things in your life. So setting a time to just scheduling a time to self-reflect and having a morning routine is definitely important to me anyways. So self-reflection also helps us understand ourselves, okay? Self-reflection is the key to awareness, and it allows us to look neutrally at our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and our actions, okay? So when you self-reflect, when you look at yourself and you become more self-aware, it does allow you to look and kind of take yourself out of the situation, look neutrally at your feelings, how your emotions are, what are your actions, because like I said, a lot of the time we're just got this subconscious programming going on in our lives. We have all these habits, we have these things that we do naturally every single day, and if we don't take control of those habits, and if we don't understand what those habits are, those feelings we're having, those emotions, those actions we're taking, eventually we're going to wake up one day, and we're going to realize that we're in a life we don't want. We're in a life we didn't make. We're in a life that someone else designed for us, and we did not have any idea how that happened. And that was a big problem with drinking as well, is that you have no control over your life, because alcohol controls your life. You're addicted to alcohol, not addicted to your purpose in life. So alcohol controls you, and then alcohol starts controlling your feelings, your emotions, and your actions. And that devastates not only you, but your family and the people around you. So self-reflection is definitely good, to be more self-aware, and it definitely helps you get out of your head, kind of write down your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, and write down actions that you can take on a daily basis. There's something called a power list. Andy Frisella talks about this, and those are his 5 actions he does every day. And if he doesn't, that's how he became a multimillionaire business person, is just taking 5 actions a day. It's crazy. And he writes those down, and once he gets those done, he's done for the day. So what are your 5 actions today? You can do that in your self-reflection as well. You can set goals in your self-reflection time. You can think about why you're feeling that way, why you have these emotions, why you're listening to that person, or even why you're drinking. That's definitely another thing to self-reflect on, is why do you think alcohol gives you some sort of a benefit, and get that cognitive dissonance in order. And it helps you go deeper into your why. Okay. So we begin to dig deeper to question our very being, and why do we feel this way, and where do we get these thoughts from, and what are these physical sensations? Meditation is good too for contemplation, but you don't even have to meditate to have some sort of self contemplation. You can just sit down with a journal and kind of ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Where did those thoughts, where did they come from? Why do I have those thoughts around alcohol? Why do I have the thoughts that alcohol gives me a benefit? And why am I feeling even a physical sensation? Why am I feeling like I have more energy today? If you've quit drinking for a while, why? Well, maybe it's because the alcohol. Maybe I'm eating better. Maybe, and those are things too. You can think of positive things, positive physical sensations that you have, and you can also think of negative physical sensations, like why do I feel like crap today? Why do I feel like shit? I don't know. Let's look at that. Maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I haven't been eating properly. All those things. Once you start self-reflecting, and then you can go on to, crafting a vision and making your goals and all this stuff. But it all becomes around self-awareness. Okay. And if you don't control it, it will control you. However, self-reflection can turn dangerous if it becomes obsessive. In a case such as self-judgment takes place and your inner critic comes out. So, this self-reflection and this self-talk is happening regardless if you like it or not. Your subconscious mind has it's almost like a record playing in your head, and it creates, and the self-talk creates, it just continues to either give you negative or positive feedback depending on what you've programmed into that loop, right? So if you can start being more reflective and being more aware of your self-talk and being more aware of your thoughts and your feelings, and then you can start programming your mind for a positive direction. But if you don't do that, if you don't have any awareness of what that, there's tons of people, there's tons of things, there's tons of outer world things that are going to take advantage of your subconscious mind, because they know how that works. The marketers know how that works. People in the world know how your subconscious mind works, and they'll be programming you to think the way that you want them to think the way that they want you to think. And one of the worst things that you can do, guys, I know people might be pissed off at me, but the worst thing you can do is watch the news. I used to watch the news all the time. In 2020, I got a little obsessed with the news, and it became part of my life and part of my identity. And it really was not good at all. I became anxious, nervous. I had anxiety. If you ever had anxiety over what's going on in the world, just shoot me a comment, because I definitely know that 2020 was one of probably the worst years for my anxiety around the news, what's happening in the world. Oh my God, we're all going to die. And look, as I get older, I realize, all this doom and gloom, things get bad, and things are maybe going to be bad for a little while. And maybe we might have to, rebuild things. And, maybe you lost your business this year, or maybe you started drinking because of the pandemic, whatever it is, but things get better. this too shall pass. So everything in your life passes. Everything grows and dies in sequences. There is summer, there is winter, there is fall, there is spring. There's all these different seasons of life. So it just doesn't. It doesn't matter, and don't let other people control how you feel about the world. Let other people control how you feel about yourself. Don't let alcohol control how you feel about yourself. You should control that, and part of that is having a morning routine. For me, anyways, I love having a morning routine. I know some people don't want to wake up in the morning. That is fine, but if you want to join the 5 a.m. club and you want to have a morning routine where you meditate, where you work out, where you get excited about the day, where you have some sort of a self-reflection time, where you journal and write down your goals, and you have that time to yourself, I can guarantee that in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days, in the next year, in the next 10 years, where will you be if you write down your goals and you shoot for those goals, even if you don't hit them? Because look, guys, it's not going to be perfect. Nobody's goals are perfect. Life is up and down. Your problem drinking is up and down. No, you're getting over this is up and down. Your life is going to be up and down. There's going to be winter, spring, fall, all those seasons, but the one thing you can control is you and how you react to it. So definitely self-reflection is one of those things. Contemplation is one of those things that I definitely would suggest for anybody who's looking to quit drinking. So you can look at all these areas of your life, okay? And self-reflection is a skill, right? It's an ability to be aware of yourself, and a particular kind of awareness that is applied to yourself at many levels. Like I said, you can be self-aware of your physical body. How do I feel today? Check in with yourself. Your mental state. How is my mental state today? Am I anxious? Am I scared? Am I depressed? Am I angry? Am I happy? Am I energized? All these things are definitely something to look at, because then you can understand how you're feeling. How are you talking to yourself today? Yesterday I found out there's this guy, I can't remember something. I don't want to get his name wrong. Tom or Tim Moad. Anyways, he's a very high profile sports mental, like he helps people with their sports psychology. He works with lots of high profile sports teams, things like that. And he realized that a lot of athletes, when they speak out loud negative words, those negative things leak into the game. Those negative things actually start to happen. And they did some studies, and they realized when you have a negative thought, and then you speak it, okay, your negative thought is 10 times more powerful than a positive thought, okay? But when you speak it out loud, it comes 4 to 7 times more powerful than that. That's 40 to 70% more, 40 to 70% more likely to happen if you speak it out loud, okay? So these mental thoughts, they don't just turn into mental thoughts. They start leaking out of your mind, and you start speaking those things in the world. And guys, if you know it or not, your words are powerful. The way you speak is powerful. The way you talk about yourself is powerful. If you label yourself an alcoholic, and you think that you have some sort of disease, and that you're walking around, I'm taking this one day at a time, I'm in recovery, that is fine. But if you start speaking those things, and you start believing those things, and you start believing that you are on the inside, or something's wrong with you, you're going to start. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that's part of that'll become part of your identity. I want you to be a strong non-drinker. I want you to be a strong person who does not need alcohol in their life, who can get excited about life, who is not letting that control them, not addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to their purpose, their passion, and that will leak into your business, your relationships, your life. And that all starts with your mental thoughts. And that all starts with what you're putting into your mind as well. Like, stop watching the news, stop listening to negative people, stop taking in all these things just randomly into your mind, and start controlling what you're putting in your mind. Start reading good books, start listening to podcasts and videos like this, start educating yourself, start watching positive TV shows, start listening to positive music, because all these things are programming us, if we like it or not. So program yourself for success instead of programming yourself for something that you don't want, a life you don't want to live, because don't let anybody else control your life but you. And that's the one thing you can control. You can't control the other people in your life. You can't control what happens in the world. You can't control who gets elected, who doesn't get elected, who's the president, who's not the president, who's the prime minister, who's not the prime minister. We can't control that. But what we can control is the way we react, and what we can control is our lives. And once we get that, we will be strong and powerful people, because a lot of people do not control themselves. They do not control their mental states. And that's all part of contemplation. So your emotional aspects of your life. Those are the things that, like I said, check in on your feelings, check in on how your mental health is today. Even rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 on a piece of paper. How is my emotional state today? And if it's not good, let's increase that. You can increase your emotions. Your emotions are caused by emotion, right? So if you feel, this is the trick Tony Robbins taught me, but if you feel like you're having a really crappy day and you're really angry or you're really depressed, how are you sitting? If you're depressed, what are you sitting? Usually depressed people sit like this, eyes down, uh, eyes to the ground, kind of slumped over. Try standing up. Try sticking your, that whole cliche thing, chin up. That's because once you put your chin up and you start smiling, it's hard to feel depressed. Start moving around, get into action, do something that you said you weren't gonna, that you were putting off. Once you get into action, your emotions follow motion, right? So your body is built that way. Your physiology is so important. So look at that and ask yourself, how am I feeling? And if you're feeling that way and you realize that, you write it down and say, oh man, I'm feeling shitty today. Or am I depressed? Well, okay, now I have these emotions. Now I'm feeling depressed. Okay, let's stand up and let's do something. Let's go work out. Let's go for a walk. Let's get up and snap our fingers and wave our arms in the air, whatever it takes to get yourself out of that state and back into a positive one. And self-reflection can also be a spiritual. If you yeah, I mean, you don't have to believe in God, you don't have to believe in anything, but just being aware that there's a presence. There has to be a presence. I truly believe there is a presence. There's something out there that's it's working for you, not against you. Your life is working for you, not against you. Anything that happens to you is there for a reason. Either it's a lesson learned, or it's a lesson that you're going to be rewarded with, but it's all about learning and understanding that there is an outer world beyond what we can see, and that's proven by science, by the way, as well. So there is other things going on in this that we cannot see, and that's the spiritual aspect of it. So and connecting with a higher power, or whatever you want to call it, can be important to you too. It's important to me. Maybe it's not important to some people, but I do believe that. So when we engage in self-reflection, we're developing what is known as our inner witness, and it's the ability to look at yourself, even with your own thoughts, even what is beneath the thoughts and emotions, from a slight distance. It's almost like peering in an image in the mirror, except that the potential for self-reflection goes much deeper than your outer appearance. Okay, so it's that inner witness, and that's that's why I love meditation so much, is because you understand that inner witness. You understand that you're just up here observing your thoughts. You're kind of just, you're sitting here, you're looking around at your life, and you're kind of just observing things. I think we get too caught up in what's going on in my life, what's going on in my business, what's going on at work, and you don't actually take a time to step back, step out of this situation, and observe it for what it is. So that is definitely something that I like to do daily, is self-reflection. So there is this thing. Let me just see if I can. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to Google this. Dean Graziosi. He is a entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. He's friends with Tony Robbins, and he has this thing called 7 levels deep. So here it is. That's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. I should have done this beforehand, but we are live, so let's see if this one. So basically, you ask yourself, you go and you ask yourself, here's the 7-step exercise, okay? So you ask yourself, what do I want? Okay, so step 1, you ask yourself, what do I want in life? Okay, what do I truly want? Do I want to start a business? And I know a lot of, mostly everybody who's watching this, I don't think you'd be watching this if you didn't have a problem with drinking, or have some sort of a problem with alcohol. And so you ask yourself, why do I drink? Okay, and then you get an answer. Why do I think that's true? You get another answer. And then, why do I think that's true? Now, when you go 7, you do this 7 times. Okay. And what happens is you get clearly down to the exact emotion, the exact reason, the exact feeling that you have, because you keep asking yourself questions, and good questions get good answers, because your brain is like a computer. So your brain is always searching for answers, and you're always asking yourself questions if you like it or not. What kind of questions are you asking yourself? And the 7 levels deep is one of those exercises. I could probably maybe do a whole video just on 7 levels deep. It's definitely a powerful exercise, and it's definitely something that you can put into your contemplation practice as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this broadcast today, because it is something important, and something that I do believe is definitely one of those things, is just waking up in the morning and controlling your day, and having that time in the morning to reflect on your life, contemplate things, be alone for a little while, and just kind of take your life by the reins, and take your life in your own hands, as opposed to letting other people, like other things, especially like alcohol, or marketers, or people that don't have your best interest at heart. So anyways, guys, I do have a 30-day program coming up in June, on June 7th. It's called the Relapse Reinvention Program. I'm really committed to helping you guys get from 0 to 30 days of being alcohol free. And it's all about, understanding what alcohol is, that it doesn't give you a benefit. And then from there, once you realize that, we can start setting goals, not only around alcohol, but around your health, your relationships, your life in general. And I want to help you reinvent yourself as a new alcohol-free person, as opposed to the problem drinker that you seem to be at this moment, or you think you are anyways at this moment. So yeah, if you guys want to know more about the program, you can just DM me, or I will leave the link in the description to book a quick chat with me to see if you're right for the program. I have a few spots open up for that. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to do this every single day except on Saturday and Sunday. I might not do the lives, but I might post another video. Anyways, have yourselves a meaningful day, guys. And I will, if you're on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Facebook, you can share this video as well. Thank you. See you later. Stay sober, my friends.